Hello, everybody, and welcome to TNA's No Turning Back pay-per-view, the Knockouts only exclusive pay-per-view happening here today. I, of course, am Sierra Daredevil, bringing you all the live action as we have 5 different announced matches. Spoiler, there is a 6th match that is announced, but 5 different announced matches happening here tonight, including the main event being Mickie James versus Velvet Sky for the TNA Knockouts Championship. Of course, Mickie James won that championship opportunity by winning the mixed tag team matchup at Bound for Glory. That allowed her and Magnus to get a shot at the championships whenever they wanted before the end of the year. So that is happening now. And we'll have to see what happens. We also have Cheerleader Melissa and Madison Rain going one-on-one here tonight after the issues that they've had recently. We have Gail Kim and Serena Deeb going at it one-on-one. We have Angelina Love and Brooke Tessmacher going at it one-on-one. And then we have our revived TNA Knockouts Tag Team Championships on the line here tonight as the representatives of the Decay, Rosemary and Katarina, take on the Sexy Purple Thunder Sisters, Io and Mio Shirai. So we will have to see how all of that plays out. We open up with a little bit of a, I put this on the pre-show, but it's whatever. It's basically just Renee Young, Veda Scott, and Dixie Carter breaking down tonight's show. Renee and Veda are going to be the commentators for tonight, and so they're kind of talking about the show tonight, and they're talking to Dixie Carter, who obviously, still owns TNA. And she's kind of like, well, I'm not happy that I'm not in charge here. I'm not happy that, that I'm not one creating a lot of this stuff over, but I will give Maria credit where credit is due. She did put on a hell, she did a lot of work to make sure that this show was happening tonight, and I am excited to see it. So she's kind of, giving Maria a little bit of props for making sure that this show was happening tonight. Then we open up the show itself with a 51 rated promo from Maria Kanellis, who comes out to the ring. It's not backstage, she comes out to the ring. And she thanks everyone for coming here tonight in front of 26,000 people, by the way, at the tri-state, in the tri-state area. So I have this set as a lesser pay-per-view because I didn't want to have a lot of the male major stars and stars getting pissed off for not being on the show. So I have it set to lesser. And yet we still are pulling in 26,000 people. I don't know. I got nothing on that one. I don't know. Especially since this show is only it's not even 2 hours, but whatever. But the idea is that it's kind of like how AEW did in real life this weekend. For those, if you're watching this in the future, you won't know what I'm talking about. But the idea is that this pay-per-view is happening now, and then technically the next night we're running the same venue for Final Resolution. So you're basically getting 2 shows in back-to-back nights in the same area. So, but anyway, Marie comes out to the ring. Thanks everyone for coming out. She's excited to see this action tonight. She says that she's excited to have this show being put on by TNA. She's really excited to see what the Knockouts are capable of doing here tonight. We've got a female referee, female commentators, everyone. It's all about the women. It's all about giving them an opportunity, giving them a chance to shine, and showing what the Knockouts division is all about. She says there are 5 matches announced for tonight, but as a special bonus match, there's going to be a sixth match here tonight. See, after the Velvet Sky Mickie James match here tonight, regardless of which person wins, if Velvet retains, we'll have to find someone else to challenge her. If Mickie wins, Velvet will probably have to earn a title shot, any of that stuff. But regardless, we should still have a number 1 contender heading into 2015. So tonight, a special 10 Knockouts Battle Royal is happening, with the winner getting the next shot, that is, at the TNA Knockouts Championship. So there you go. Big announced match there, as well as it is a 10-woman Battle Royal to determine who will be getting the next future shot at the TNA Knockouts Championship. So there you go. She thanks everyone for coming out and says, let's get to the show itself. And the in-ring action starts off with a 53 rated matchup as Serena Deeb defeats Gail Kim in 9:32 by pinfall with a spear. 52 rating from Gail Kim, 49 from Serena Deeb, 53 rating for the match itself. Pretty good match there. As the storyline advances there. So Serena Deeb this time, not rolling up Gail Kim. She simply gets a clean victory. She hits her with the spear and gets the 1, 2, 3. So we'll have to see, that's huge for Serena Deeb. She's getting a big win here, and we'll have to see if what the response ends up being. After the match, Serena Deeb walks over, kind of offers her hand as a sign of respect to Gail. She's been, this kind of storyline has kind of been built a little bit around Gail Kim being the quote unquote founder, the person who at least in her mind and at least in in the eyes of many, helped make the Knockouts division here in TNA. And Serena Deeb, is someone who Serena Deeb kind of looked up to Gail Kim. And so she walks over, she just offers sign of respect. Like she was happy to be able to compete with her. She wants to offer her hand, for a handshake over. But Gail Kim just kind of looks at her hand and then just turns around and leaves the ring to a chorus of boos. 51 rating as Gail Kim refuses to shake Serena Deeb's hand. Clearly frustrated about losing that matchup there. Then after that, we have a few of these here tonight as well, as we have Christy Hemme interviewing Madison Rayne backstage, talking about the match with cheerleader Melissa later tonight. She says that she still doesn't understand this whole demanding respect thing. She has respect for cheerleader Melissa. She has respect for what she's done in this business. But the way that she's acting right now, she's acting like a bitter veteran person who needs to be taught a lesson. She says that she's someone who a lot of people see as one of the top knockouts in TNA history. And yet she doesn't go around demanding respect from people. She just goes around and performs for everyone. And she appreciates when people are, respect, when they actually do show her respect. But she doesn't go around demanding it like cheerleader Melissa has done. Especially to the point that cheerleader Melissa cost ODB the Knockouts Championship last month. So she says that if Melissa wants respect so goddamn badly, she's going to have to beat it out of Madison Rayne to get it. So 52 rating here for this promo, as it kind of hypes up that main event, or not main event, that match later tonight. Then we have our Knockouts Tag Team title matchup, which gets a 33, which I expected because the crowd, they don't have that popularity right now. But in 9:50, Io Shirai pins Katarina with a moonsault press. Over the moonsault is what they call it in WWE, I think. But she hits her moonsault, gets the victory, and we have new TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champions, Io and Io Shirai. 39 from Rosemary, 38 from Katarina, 43 from Io, and 44 from Io. So there you go. We have new Knockouts Tag Team Champions in the Sexy Purple Thunder Sisters. We'll have to see how how things play out with them, what the reign ends up looking like, and from going from there. So great to see new tag team champions. Of course, they just because they beat the Decay here doesn't mean that the Decay would be completely out of the running for another future title shot. There's Candice LeRae and Evie that's still hanging around. There's the Lucha Sisters that are still hanging around. There's the Beautiful People if Velvet Sky either not loses the Knockouts Championship or if she just decides she wants to become a double champion. There's a lot of opportunities, a lot of different possibilities. Mickie James could find someone to join up with Team Dixie and challenge for the titles. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities out there, but the new Knockouts Tag Team Champions are Io and Io Shirai. Then after that, 44 rating for this as cheerleader Melissa is interviewed and says that she does not believe a word that Madison Rayne is saying, that she knows that Madison has no respect for her and that she will get respect from every single person in this company, whether she has to beat it out of them or not. Because you need to respect someone like cheerleader Melissa, someone who paved the path for so many of these so-called stars nowadays. and that if she has to beat it into their heads to get it to happen, then so be it. 44 rating here for that. Then, in about that, also had two not recognizable people in it, so it suffered a little bit. Brooke Tessmacher gets the victory over Angelina Love in 8:54 by pinfall. The Test Shocker, 42 from Brooke, 39 from Angelina Love, as Brooke gets the victory here and is able to, get a little bit of retribution, you might say, I guess. And that's, this match came about because of Brooke turning on the beautiful people before, and Angelina Love wanted to get revenge for that turn, but Brooke was able to fight her off and get the victory here, so we'll have to see what happens with both of these two heading forward. Then, we have a 50 rated promo here, as Mickie James' interview before her title match later tonight. She says that she sat back and she's watched. That's why you haven't heard from her much lately, because she sat back and she's watched this whole drama playing out with Velvet and Angelina and ODB and Cheerleader Melissa and Madison Rayne, and she's just watching all this drama playing out. Meanwhile, she's just sitting back and chuckling. She's sitting back and laughing. She's sitting back and enjoying it. She's got her popcorn out every week and everything. She's just sitting back and enjoying it, because it means that Velvet's distracted. It means that Velvet's not prepared for Mickie James, the greatest knockout in wrestling history, the queen of the knockouts division. And she says that here tonight, she's going to take that knockouts championship, put it around, she's going to take it from Velvet Sky. She's going to wear it around her waist, and the whole universe of TNA will truly realize that she is the queen of the knockouts. So, kind of interesting little strategy, That's why she's saying that's why we haven't heard much from her over the last few weeks, is because she's been sitting there watching Velvet get distracted with everything else going on and not paying attention to Mickie James. Not preparing for her. So we'll have to see what that leads to heading forward. Then we have a 40 rated battle royal that sees Evie getting the victory in 9:56. Portia Perez being the final elimination. ODB and Daphne were in the final four as well. ODB got the most eliminations over the course of the match. Terrence Terrell was really off her game, which is interesting, but yeah, so the match featured Allie, Candice LeRae, Daphne, Evie, Levy Bates, Mia Yim, ODB, Portia Perez, Santana Garrett, and Taryn Terrell. And Evie gets the win. So Evie is the one who gets the next shot at the TNA Knockouts Championship. We'll have to see if that ends up leading to success for her or not. But, it's a 40 rating. It's not bad. It's not bad for this. A nice little battle royal. No storyline involved, so I'll take it. Kind of obviously some mini stories here. ODB getting the most eliminations during the matchup, but not able to get in the final two, so she's probably still going to be disappointed. Daphne having a decent showing, making it into the final four. Portia Perez coming up just short of getting herself a shot at the Knockouts Championship, so that probably is not going to be, not going to sit well with her. And, of course, Evie winning, so we'll have to see where that leads to. Then we got 48 rating here. I keep forgetting to change that. Yeah, I keep forgetting to change that. I might do that really quick after this. But Christy Hemme interviews Velvet Sky backstage. She says that that she heard what Mickie had to say. Mickie's claiming that she's not prepared for her, that she's not ready for her. But Velvet Sky, she has to keep beating the same drum. She has to keep beating the same drum over and over again. She tore through the Bound for Glory series. She won the championship at Bound for Glory. She defeated Mickie James multiple times along the way. She's not worried about Mickie James because Mickie James is beneath her. Mickie James is not the queen of the knockouts. Mickie James is just a peasant who thinks that she's a queen, but she's not. Every single time that they've stepped into the ring, Velvet has proven that she's better than Mickie James. And tonight, she will do the same and stand tall at the end of No Turning Back here tonight as still the TNA Knockouts champion. So some strong words there from Velvet Sky, who's clearly ready. She's ready for She's ready for that to happen. She's ready for that title match here tonight. And we'll have to see what ends up happening with it. Then we get a 57 rated matchup here, which was poorly placed because Wild Brawl really needs a crowd who are buzzing and ready for action. Because I wasn't expecting the crowd to be brought down that much at that point, because I needed a Wild Brawl in the show, so this became a Wild Brawl. But in a decent matchup, Cheerleader Melissa defeats Madison Rain 849 by pinfall with a handful of tights. 59 from Madison Rain, 52 from Cheerleader Melissa. Gained heat for the storyline. Got a 57, so I'll still take it, regardless of whether it was poorly placed or not. I'll still take it. But Melissa gets the victory after cheating. Handful of tights and all that stuff. So Melissa, Cheerleader Melissa, able to leave no turning back here tonight with a victory over Madison Rain. And afterwards, she's taunting Madison, who's leaving very disappointed after what happened. She's just very upset about everything. Upset for allowing that to happen and all that. As Melissa just kind of taunts her and shouts out that she will, that she demands the respect from her since she just beat her, kind of thing. And then we get a quick little video hyping up the big title match main event here. Velvet Sky, Mickie James for the TNA Knockouts Championship. And the match itself gets a 61. I'll take it. I will take it. It's a decent matchup. That goes 11:52. Velvet Sky defeats Mickie James by pinfall with a double knee backbreaker. During the matchup, Dixie Carter came out and tried to distract Velvet Sky, trying to help her Team Dixie member, Mickie James, win the championship. But unfortunately, she was chased off by Maria Kanellis, who came running down and chased her off. And, this was that wasn't what led to the end. That was probably, around the 8-9 minute mark of the match. And then, so they chased off to the back, and the two still fought for another couple minutes before Velvet was able to get the victory. Making defense number 4 of the Knockouts Championship. 59 from Velvet Sky, 56 from Mickie James. So there you go, 61 rating for the main event there. Very good stuff there for the Knockouts. It's not gonna be a 80, 90 rating, whatever, but it's still really good. Still a really good match for them. Good to see that. Show gets a 57. Lost its popularity in 14 regions. I don't care. I don't care. Because we will be making that up, or hopefully we'll be making that up with Final Resolution. Increased our popularity in 2 regions though, so that's good. But again, this has got a 57, so that's pretty good. 2 matches on the show that featured all unimportant people, so it brought the rating down. We had a Wild Brawl that was misplaced because of the crowd being a little down at that point. So I'll still take a 57. I will still gladly take a 57 there. Again, it was never gonna steal things, and as we build up the Knockouts division, we can throw on a better one. I mean, that they I'm sure if we do another one in the future in this series over, then we'll have an even better rating. So not a bad showing for the Knockouts Championship there. Weird stuff. I don't understand this game sometimes. I'll explain in a second. But compared to everything else that was on the show, we still had the most viewers for this. 859,000 people watched No Turning Back. So I can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong with that, especially since that's, pay-per-view level. So that's insane for that. Good to see there. Yeah, good stuff there. Let me flip over. I want to make sure that, okay, nothing spoilery there. I want to see, I know you guys can't see it. I'm checking to see something here really quick because I'm interested, but I don't know if it's gonna make this top. It doesn't. Okay. I'm not sure if the match between Mickie James and Velvet Sky was the best Knockouts only match we've had, because the top 100 doesn't have anything down that low yet, but I'll still take it. I will still take it. I'm not complaining about it at all. I thought it was a pretty successful show. Not super successful, obviously, but I thought it was still a pretty successful show. And there you go. So we have that, and now tomorrow we will have TNA Final Resolution, which will be the everything on the male side. So there you go. We have new Knockouts Tag Team Champions. We have our Knockouts champion that retained the championship and now has to deal with Evie, who will be coming for that championship. And we'll have to see what happens with Cherry Lou Melissa and Madison Rayne. We'll have to see what happens with Serena Deeb and Gail Kim heading forward. But that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. Definitely appreciate it. And we will catch you in this series tomorrow for Final Resolution. And on the channel, we'll catch you later tonight for AEW's Fyter Fest. So we'll have to see you then.